right, guys, listen, I just want to touch base on what happened last night at the Oscars. So I know everything doesn't require a counseling session, but I think everything can use a counseling moment. So I just want to kind of talk about what happened. I don't know what your thoughts are, but here's mine. So let's listen to what started everything last night.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? that was a nice one.
Okay, so you can hear, as he said the joke and as it set in, how the laughters kind of start changing. Even Will Smith started out laughing. But if you look at the video, if you watch the video, Jada was immediately insulted or embarrassed or upset, as evidenced by her face. And then before you know it, Will Smith comes up there and punch Chris Rock. So there are so many different views on this. There are people that are saying, hey, let's not forget that he's a comedian and he was making a joke. Well, at the end of the day, what is the joke about? If you're joking about somebody's life, something that's real, something that's serious to someone, it's not a joke to them. And just like I tell people, it takes two people to play. So if you're playing and being joking or whatever, jokingly, you need to make sure that that person that you're joking about is okay with it. Because if not, you need to be prepared for the comeback, for what's about to happen after that. That's why they say don't play fight, because you may be playing, but you hit someone and you don't know how they're going to respond to that. So it doesn't make it okay because he's a comedian, And then another thing too is a comedian has to kind of like have knowledge or light of the person that they are talking about and how they are. And I think Chris Rock knows all of the things that's been going on with the Smiths. They had a situation with their marriage that was publicly displayed, and it was embarrassing, and there was a lot of jokes about them. And, she's on Red Table, sharing all of her personal stuff and how it's hurtful to her. And so I'm sure you researched that and know that it was hurtful. And then just in the culture, like women, especially Black women, we're sensitive about our hair. We don't play about our hair, and a lot of people tend to have a lot of jokes about our hair, about the texture, about our styles. So we are already sensitive about that. And for him to come there and to make a remark like that, that was hurtful. So I'm not condoning what Will did, but I do think that Chris has to take responsibility for the part that he played, even though he was joking. Okay. And so Will, you have this husband, and again, they have been going through a lot. They've been successful a lot, and there's a lot of other stuff that they've been going through in the public's eye. And I know that that's not easy. And so Will made a speech after he won the Oscar, and he was saying how in this role he played Richard, he was a protector of the family. And he said God told him that he needs to protect the people that he loves. And I feel that that's what he was doing last night. However, we can protect people, but we want to make sure that the way we protect them, it doesn't hurt us as well. That wasn't a life or death situation where he had to punch him. I understand him getting upset, and I think he could have just stood up and was like, hey, you shouldn't have said that to my wife. He had already interrupted. So if you're going to interrupt like, with words and not with violence, because now that he did that, it's taken away from everything. And that's what I tell people. I'm a counselor, I'm a licensed professional counselor. And I tell people in my session, especially if they come to see me for anger management, you can't allow anger to get the best out of you. Because what anger does is it comes up, you react, you're angry, you're violent, and then once it's over, it leaves, and guess who's left with the consequences? You are. And this is exactly what's going on with Will. Will is now left with the consequences of having fans being disappointed. I don't know if he's gonna have sponsors or contracts that's gonna be broken. I don't know if people are gonna invite him to other things. I don't know if Chris Rock is gonna take actions against him, because he did hit him, and Chris has every right. Even though Chris was wrong, he still has every right. He has every right to take legal action. And so when you allow violence to come in, it takes away from the situation. And now no one is no longer looking at what happened to make you upset. They're looking at what you did, and of course what you did, they feel like it still doesn't match what he did, which was he said something that was hurtful. And let me tell you, emotional abuse is just the same as physical abuse, okay? And not saying that that's what was happening, but sometimes your words can kill a person quicker than your hands, okay? And we don't know what they were going through, and for him to say that publicly on a night that's special, he's already high in emotion, he's already raw. Wow, that could have a lot to do with the way that he responded. And, with him being a character, and I have had the pleasure of working with actors and actresses. And one of the things about them being successful in portraying the roles on TV, about the actors that they're playing, is they actually have to become that mindset of the character they're playing. So I wonder if that was Richard that actually walked up on that stage and not Will Smith, because this was a recent role. Maybe he's still under, all of that and trying to work his way through it. And just like he said in that speech, Richard was a protector, and that's exactly what he felt that he was doing. But I don't see Will Smith going up there punching someone, So I just want to say that, you do want to be careful with what you say. Even though you're a comedian, you still want to be careful with what you say, how you say it, how it affect the person, and the consequences that it have on you. And if someone does something that bother you, that hurt you, you want to think about your actions before you respond, because you don't want to do something that you can't take back, that's going to hurt you more than what that person did at first. It's definitely not worth it. So I just want to wish both of, these men well. They're very successful men. They're doing great things out there. They both have a family. They both have feelings. So I just hope everything works out for the both of them. I hope they can get back in a better place, have some understanding here. And I hope that this doesn't encourage people to go and be violent, and to dislike the other person. I just hope we have some understanding and look within ourselves and make sure that we don't make a mistake like that. So I hope this helped, and you guys have a good rest of the week. Peace out.